Hey everyone, welcome back for week 2, day 6 of the yoga challenge with me, Erin Motz. Today I'm breaking down something for you. I catch myself saying, okay, from here you can either step back to plank or jump back and flow straight through. Or I say from down dog, you can step the feet up or jump them up. And I think that's one of those things that we hear yoga teachers say a lot, but we really have no idea what that actually means or what it should look like or how we do it correctly. So I'm kind of putting the brakes on our flows for a second and just breaking that part down so that you can make your practice more fluid and safer too. So when you're ready, meet me at the top of your mat and we'll go ahead and get started. So I want you to start facing the top of your mat so that we can kind of break down how this actually looks. So I'll start with when we are from a forward fold and I tell you can either step back or jump back, and we'll just kind of break down what that looks like and how to safely do it so that you can start to flow your practice a little bit smoother. So from a forward fold, typically we would say, okay, come up to flat back, exhale, fold, and I'm sure a lot of us, myself included, usually take one foot at a time and come back and then lower down, okay? But you have the option to kind of make it a little bit flowier, a little bit more fluid, and jump back. Now what a lot of people do commonly is to jump back to plank. And you don't want to do that because it kind of jars the joints, because I'll do it wrong the first time and show you the difference between that and then doing it correctly. So the incorrect way of doing this is to flat back, fold, jump back, plank. Now, in the long run, if you do this a few times, is it going to totally destroy your body? No. But if you do it repeatedly, pretty often, if you have a pretty regular practice, jumping back straight to a plank like that, if you noticed, when I jump back, like a lot of people do, I jump straight back to plank, which means my elbows are straight, my shoulders are over my wrists, and what happens is that as soon as you jump back onto straight joints like that, you have no give, and it just kind of jars everything and sends that energy straight into non-movement. So similarly to if you were to jump off a high point, they say to land with your knees bent. You don't land with straight legs, right? Similar concept here. When you jump back, you want to land with the elbows soft. So if you're not jumping straight into that chaturanga push-up, you're jumping back so that the elbows are soft. So I'll show you how I do it, which is to jump back with soft elbows. So this is the correct way, a correct version. Flat back, fold, bend the knees. You're going to surge the chest forward and land with the elbows bent. And then you would flow from there. So we'll do it together, obviously, a few more times. This is something that takes quite a bit of trust and quite a bit of time to get, because it's kind of nerve-wracking to think of jumping with your elbows bent, because you feel like you're going to either land flat on your face or land on your chest and totally knock the wind out of yourself. But I promise that is very unlikely to happen. So we'll do it together. Let's do it maybe 2 more times, okay? So from your fold, just relax. Breathe in, lift the chest halfway. Exhale, fold it back down. So the hands plant under the shoulders. If this is too much to even touch the ground, then stick to just stepping back for now, okay? If you can touch the ground, you can bend the knees, look forward, always look forward, and then jump back, keep the elbows bent. And you'd flow back. Let's come to a down dog. From your down dog, look to the hands, step the feet forward. One more time, and then we'll move on to jumping from down dog to a forward fold. So last time here, from your forward fold, lift the chest. Always keep your gaze forward. If you look back and try jumping backwards with your gaze facing back, it's going to be a lot tougher because you have a less reliable point of reference. So keeping your gaze up is going to help you keep your balance and feel a little bit more confident as you're transitioning. So for real this time, okay? Lift the chest, exhale, fold, look forward, bend the knees, jump it back, elbow creases face the front, and the chest stays lifted slightly. Cobra, and back to down dog. Again, keep in mind that will take some time. Don't get frustrated with yourself. Shift forward for a moment. So it will take some time. Don't worry about it. Be patient. It takes quite, you can see even mine's not super fluid and super flawless at all. Yours will look different than your friends, than mine, so let it go, have fun with it. Don't put a whole lot of pressure on that particular one thing. So the other thing that I tend to tell you to do is when we get to down dog, I say, okay, look forward. You can either step the feet up or you can hop them up. So you've probably seen me hop my feet up sometimes. I don't do it very often, but occasionally I will if it's a stronger class. And I think it's easier to jump the feet forward than it is to jump back. So that's the good news. We're moving in an easier direction. But nonetheless, sometimes we feel like we want it to look smoother, we want it to feel smoother, and just kind of be more fluid in our practice, right? So from your down dog, the key to jumping, first of all, is to get over the fear of falling. So you're not going to fall anywhere, even if you don't make it all the way up to the hands. Getting a little bit of hop, catching a little bit of air is better than nothing in this case because it helps get you over that fear. So start by looking forward. Tippy toes, come way up off the heels, bend the knees a lot, and just see if you can get the feet close to the wrists. So go ahead and hop. Doesn't have to be fancy, right? That was pretty basic hop. The hips don't have to be super high up over the shoulders. So we'll take that basic hop again, just looking forward, come to the tippy toes, bend the knees a lot, see if you can hop. Okay? So doesn't have to be too scary. As you kind of smooth it out, as you make it a little bit better, and way further on in your practice, if you decide that you want to try hopping into handstand, that'll be an option, but this is kind of the beginning of that, the very baby steps. To make it even smoother, you want to think of bringing the hips up over the shoulders. So you line up almost in like a little tuck jump, right? So we'll try making it a little bit smoother. Again, keep your gaze forward. If you look back, you're going to lose your balance a lot easier. So keep your gaze just at the fingertips or ahead of the fingertips. Super important, okay? So fingers spread nice and wide. Come way up on the heels. So from your down dog, lift up off the heels, look forward, bend the knees, try to kick the butt with the heels this time. So I think that makes it kind of an easier visual. Bend the knees. Maybe you land in a flat back. And just like I mentioned when we jumped back, as you land forward, I think a good safe beginning is to try to land with the knees a little bit bent. So you don't have to land with the legs straight, locking out the joints, never a good go-to. We'll do that a couple more times, okay? So from your down dog, remember, kind of take it at whatever level you are, either just, if it's a totally sloppy jump, don't worry about it. I want it to be sloppy. If you can smooth it out, we'll try to gradually smooth it out. So wherever you are is fine. We can do it together. Look forward, tippy toes, keep your eyes forward, bend the knees, hop it up, try to land quietly, and fold it back down. How about one more? And then we'll take a sun salutation and tie it all together, okay? So looking forward, tippy toes, bend the knees a lot, hop it up, find your fold. Let's take a vinyasa. Inhale, pick the arms up, press the hands together. Exhale, fold forward. Breathe in, lift the chest halfway. Exhale, fold. Let's jump back, bend the knees, keep the elbows bent as you land. Pressing straight down, cobra or up dog. Sit it back, downward facing. We're gonna hop it up and we're gonna try to land quietly right behind the hands. Look forward, tippy toes, bend the knees. Hop it up. Inhale, pick the arms up, take the hands right to the heart center. Big breath out. And there you have it. Now you know how to jump back and how to jump back up. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I really hope you enjoyed that one. For more yoga and other fun stuff, check out erinmoss.com and I'll see you right back here tomorrow.